We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Oakland A's and the Washington Nationals. The A's try to lock down their 14th consecutive win. Coming up next. Anibal Sanchez gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he's struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. So guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you never know right here. Interleague game when the weather gets cold.
Oh, and meanwhile this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, there's no strategic reason to hit the leadoff man that I can think of, so now he's aboard with no outs to start the game, and that's not how you want to get your outing underway on the mound.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's the ball.
Sanchez has tossed more than 2,000 major league innings, and during that time he sent over 1,700 batters packing via the strikeout. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Semien on at first, nobody out. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the walk.
Now the 3-0 offering, and that misses for ball 4, and it's first and second now with nobody out.
Batting third, the catcher, Sean.
Striding in for Oakland, Sean Murphy, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
That's the ball.
Can't quite nip the corner. It's a ball off the outside. On the ground to Kendrick. This might be 2. Scooped up, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
That is it. The left fielder of the team, Chris Davis.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
The 2-1. Line towards center field. Eaton makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Digging in, Stephen Piscotty, and Oakland with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. He's set, and the pitch.
Nope, ball. One ball, no strike.
One and 0. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through for a hit. The throw into second, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
Digging in, Matt Chapman, and he does so riding a 9-game hitting streak, so he's certainly a threat with the bat right now. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
0-1, here it comes.
Ball. 1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The A's lead this one 2-0. Sean Manaea, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Here now is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Nationals, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Now here's the pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Batting second, the center fielder, Adam Eaton.
And now for Washington, Adam Eaton. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And now a pitch on the way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, what they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Here now is Juan Soto. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 309 is the average entering play. 27 homers and 72 RBIs. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Too high, and it's 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And a full count now. 3-2.
Full count.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Eric Thames. He drove in all 3 of his guys' runs in yesterday's ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here's another 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. 1 left for Washington. They trail things here 2-0. Second inning set to go, and set to go is the second baseman, Tony Kemp.
Tony Kemp.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air out to center field. Eaton is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
One
out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2-0.
Outside, 3-0 now.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now at the plate, Sean Manaea. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. He's set. Here it comes.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the ditch. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
Runners on first with 1 down. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase, and this will bang up against the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. In his career, Semien carries a batting line little over the 260 mark. A line shot to third base.
Now batter, number 22.
So 2 on with 2 away, and digging in now, Ramon Laureano. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Second and third, 2 away. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The 2-0 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
The 3-1 pitch. Turned on down the line. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. And now it'll kick around in the corner.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. To the plate now, Sean Murphy, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the second. The A's lead it 4-0. Here's Howie Kendrick, and they've got some work to do early on, down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Looking at his career totals, Kendrick has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. Oh, and this ball is raked deep down the line in left, and that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. The numbers coming in. He's at 255, 17 home runs, 53 RBIs. Fastball called for strike 2.
0-2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hot shot down the line, and that's through for a hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
Striding in now for the Nats, Kurt Suzuki, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. From the stretch, skied into very shallow right. In comes Piscotty. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting in, the third baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro. His career numbers against Minaya. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball.
Fastball well outside. Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the second strike. The 2-2 lifts it into the air to shallow center. Simeon onto the grass. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nationals leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Chris Davis next to bat. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Chris Davis.
Here comes the first pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those two pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
Don't know what he's swinging for there. It's 3-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner, and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Stephen Piscotty. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
A ball and a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And it's 1-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, that splitter is normally the go-to pitch to this guy, but it really hasn't shown that good downward action that he usually has. He needs to get back to finishing it out front.
Here now the 2-2. A swing by Piscotty, and this is driven to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run job by Stephen Piscotty, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Roenis Elias is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
55. Roenis Elias.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Chapman is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So with one away for him here in the inning, let's take a moment to check out the standings. And as you can see, their lead is just a game and a half entering play here today. One gone for the A's here in the third. And striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Ball. Two.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2 on that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I really liked that he gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. A swing and a high drive to right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Roenis Elias. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
That's popped up, but this will land untouched. The 0-1 delivery. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 to the Nationals pitcher. Ball 2.
2-2's the count.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
It looked like the fastball got away from him there. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Adam Eaton now.
2-2.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. This one's down to third. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be a good hitting pitcher, Sean Manaea. First pitch of the at-bat. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now the 0-1.
Ball. 1-1.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Simeon.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Simeon. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And another foul ball. The next 0-2 is looked at for ball 1. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. Hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball 1. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Swing and a liner, but foul.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
At the plate now, Sean Murphy, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
I think he's shown you right there he was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery of that right there and take pull side away. That'll keep you on all stuff, fastballs and the off-speed.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. There to get it is Kendrick. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
The left fielder.
This could have been much worse for the first baseman here. He goes up for the throw, leaving his feet, and exposes himself to a potentially devastating collision. He's lucky he didn't get taken out right here.
Here's Chris Davis now. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. First pitch of the at-bat.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike.
And it's fouled away. Ready with the 1-1.
2-1's the count.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
The 2-1. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Zimmerman is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So it's no runs on a base hit. Also 1 error in the inning, but 2 men left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the A's 6 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and digging into bat next, the ever dangerous Juan Soto. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The 0-1 on its way. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
At the plate, Eric Thames. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
On the ground to the left side. Chapman's got it. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping in, Howie Kendrick. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way.
Ball. 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Oakland is on top in this one, 6-0. ready to go in the top of the 5th. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Yanked on the ground down the line, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
3 balls and 2 strikes for Stephen Piscotty.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
The third baseman, Matt.
Digging in now, Matt Chapman. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Looking up is the left fielder. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 28 on the season as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good. Hot streak.
Standing in now, Tony Kemp. As the first pitch to him runs a bit in. It's 1-1 to Tony Kemp. No outs, nobody on. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. The 2-1 home. Hit to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for Oakland, the first
in now, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. And Olson with a drive out to deep right. Looking up is the right fielder, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like
into the box now, Sean Manaea. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0 1. Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. So now to the plate, Marcus Semien. He grounds it sharply to third. Oh, and this is kicked out there by Castro. And there's out number 2. Ready for another shot now, Ramon Laureano. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And it's gone as they add still another. Into the box, Sean Murphy.
The catcher.
Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs.
I'll tell you, the guy in the bump is wishing there was a mercy rule in professional baseball right about now. Hey, but there's no such luck. He's just got to own those back-to-back homers and the rest of it until he gets off the hook. Which might be very soon.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that in. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline. He's seeing out of their at-bats right now. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 and 2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Ryan Zimmerman. All even at 2 and 2. Here it is. And this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he set down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2 and 2. He was heading to count 0 and 2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Kurt Suzuki will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Semien's there. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. So here's Starlin Castro. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Left side. And Castro's got himself a base hit.
He obviously was sitting all over that pitch. He didn't want to go deep in the count. He saw it 0-0 and he let it fly.
Stepping in now, Roenis Elias. Strike 1. Asdrubal Cabrera will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 13.
And it's quickly 0-2. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Cabrera is holding on to a batting average way down in the 2. Tens.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
After it is Davis. He won't have a play, and this should finally get him on the board. And the runner will score from second. And the second run will score as well.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because
the center fielder, number 2. Oakland.
In now is Adam Eaton. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No hits to this point. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Austin Voth gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Stephen Piscotty. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Voth, a 27-year-old. He was a fifth-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle round. And he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are two away.
Now back, second base.
Now at the plate, Tony Kemp. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Right side, Zimmerman has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go. Juan Soto to the plate now, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Reined in, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Standing in, Howie Kendrick. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Into center field, line drive base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. To the plate now, Ryan Zimmerman.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. So 1 run, 1 hit, 3 errors in the inning, and no one left. The pitch.
Leading off for the Athletics, the first baseman.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
The pitch, number 55.
Next, the hit will be the pitcher, Sean Manaea. He went deep last time up.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back on it is the left fielder, and this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. Now the tag comes down at third, and ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away.
Super play right
Now batting, third baseman, Garland.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll leave here with one out in the seventh, as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
New pitcher coming on now, the right-hander Yusmeiro Petit.
Number 36, Yusmeiro Petit.
First delivery to him on the way. Starlin Castro is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
That's the ball.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Count is even at 2-2 to Starlin Castro. Here now the 2-2.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, Austin.
Victor Robles will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 16, Victor Robles.
And a high strike there. 0-1. Robles is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're down a bunch. It's 12-3. Wander Suero comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready to begin the 8th, and up next will be Ramon Laureano.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
The 2-2. Grounded to third. Castro's got it. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, catcher.
Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Digging in and looking for more, Sean Murphy. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Hey, Matty, an interesting sequence in that last at-bat when he hit a home run. First pitch breaking ball when he hit that towering long drive home run. We'll see if they attack him more with fastballs in this at-bat.
Now the 1-0.
2-0 to count.
Hey, not a good spot to be, down 2-0. This guy has some serious pop at the plate. I'm expecting a big hack here.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 1 out, nobody on. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Too high, ball 3. Chris Davis waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Popped him up. Kendrick has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The left fielder.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. He's got an RBI despite an 0-for-2 effort to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. They lead it big, though. It's 12-3. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Trey Turner. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far.
Turner.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Now the pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Two and 1 to count to Trey Turner. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Fly ball out to right field. Heading after it is Piscotty. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton digging in next. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
That's the ball.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Davis on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Number 22, Juan Soto.
Now batting, Juan Soto. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Now the 1-0.
No, that's up.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
The 2-1.
No, that's down.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Eric Thames. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch on its way. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. 2 out with the man at first. Two and 0. To first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Now batting, the second baseman, Howie Kendrick.
At the plate now, Howie Kendrick, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0 is taken, strike 1.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Two down, runners at first and second. Lifted in the air to center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair. They're down a bunch. It's 12-3. All set to start the 9th in this one. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty.
Right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
And now a pitch on the way.
No, that's it.
The 1-1 waves and misses for strike number 2.
Man, I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
The 1-2. Fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Great job to lay off that pitch after fouling off so many previous to it. I got to believe that pitchers certainly get frustrated in these types of at-bats.
Number 20.
Swing and a line drive, but just foul. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. And that'll bring in Matt Chapman.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, he can't get on first base. If you strike out.
He's set and the pitch. He's running. He pulls this one into right. Thames makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Now a throw behind the runner, but it's not in time. Heads up base running gets him back to the bag following the line drive. And that finds its way through for a base hit. The relay throw, and he is in there.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely...
Standing in now, Yusmeiro Petit. Pitch swung on and missed. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on. Mark Hanna stays in the game after pinch hitting, and he'll be patrolling right field. Digging in, Ryan Zimmerman starting things for his side in the ninth as they... Bob Melvin's going to make his way out for a conference at home plate, and it looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Lou Trevino will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Chad Pinder will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. The throw pulls him off the bag. At the plate, Kurt Suzuki.
They haven't had much luck so far tonight, so they'll definitely take that extra base hit. It only takes one, so maybe they can string together a few and get back into this thing.
Into the box, Starlin Castro. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
And this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to wind up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Wilmer Defoe will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, Trey Turner. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And that's in there, base hit. The relay, and they've got the runner hung up between first and second.
Hey, guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold them up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
In now, Adam Eaton. In there, a base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jam off the end of the bat.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Right fielder looking up. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Number 28 on the season. And just like that, it's down to a 3-run ball game.
Yeah, when you you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hit at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
This one's flared toward left center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Thames is on his way home. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. And he will scramble back to third, but get there safely. Stepping into the box, Ryan Zimmerman. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. And that's through into right field for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Hey, you tip your hat to the batter for finding a way to find some green grass out there, but man, that has to frustrate you, Dan. An executed pitch right there.
It does. Anytime you make a good pitch, and off the bat, it certainly didn't look like it was going to fall in for a...
The third baseman.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Liam Hendricks takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great... Not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
12-10 is the final score in this one. Oakland scored 12 times en route to a win tonight. Sean Manaea gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Anibal Sanchez struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.